Okay.
Jesus Christ. You ready? All right. Welcome to Quick Sixer episode 7 with your boy Pat Artist and Drew Pasley. Today we have two guests. Our boy Kyle Olson.
Hello.
And you know Wayne. We talked about Wayne before.
I'm here. I'm here.
So
It's a
Wayne.
podcast.
Yeah, so Wayne Hendricks.
I'm too busy playing with Periscope here and not paying attention to these guys.
As always, we're always live on Periscope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And today is Veterans Day. And so yay for America and veterans. But the reason we have Kyle on today is to promote a documentary he is doing and working on currently, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. We're gonna get full on into it in the 0.5 episode as usual, just a full on story about it. But we want to talk a little bit about it on here. So Kyle, what is the documentary? How long you've been working on it? And just give us a little rundown.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay, so in a nutshell, a few months ago I was on Facebook, and I'm scrolling along like all of us do on Facebook, and there was a post of this guy who was in his 90s holding a sign that said, I was on the LST-218 in World War II looking for any of my fellow shipmates. Cool. And this post got like a wicked amount of hits. It had like hundreds of thousands of shares, and so everybody was trying to help this guy find his shipmates. And so I reached out to them and said, hey, have you found anybody yet? And they said, no, not yet, but we're still hunting. But we'll keep you posted. And so we stayed in touch, and a few months later they said, hey, we found a shipmate, and they're not that far away, so we think we're going to do a reunion. And I was like, well, if you'd be so, nice to have us, we'd like to come and shoot this whole thing and document it and kind of record a piece of history of these two guys reuniting for the first time in 70 years.
Yeah, cool.
And so that's what we did. We went down there, and we spent like 2.5 weeks with them. We got everything leading up to the actual reunion, shot the reunion, did a little bit of aftermath of what that meant to them and all that.
Where was the reunion?
The reunion was in Stover, Missouri, which is where one of the two veterans lived. And then the other guy lives in Joliet, Illinois. So he drove all the way from Joliet, Illinois to Stover, Missouri, which is not easy for a 92-year-old guy.
No, he drove himself.
No, he didn't drive himself. He had people.
Like that's a hazard.
That would be a hazard, but but it was pretty cool, and it was awesome.
Really
like
cool.
a really interesting way to like see kind of a piece of our country's history through like other people's eyes. So it was neat. It was fun.
Is this the first documentary that you've ever tried to make? Or?
This is not the first one I've done. I did one like a year or so ago. It was called Letters to Ashleigh, and it has very different subject, very different kind of not moral, but kind of a different storyline, I guess is the best way to put it. Where this one's very much more uplifting and more historical and that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So.
Where can we find Letters to Ashleigh anyway?
It's, Letters to Ashleigh can be found on letterstoashley.com.
Nice.
And
Ashleigh spelled
ASHLEIGH. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different spelling. Yeah, and then this new one is called The Last Signal.
The Last Signal.
The Last Signal, and it's at lastsignalmovie.com. So people should go check that out. So.
All right, rad.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a little sum up of Kyle's new documentary. We're going to get a lot more into that in a little bit.
So much into that.
So much. So in.
It's going to be great.
We're going to get real into it. But we actually forgot something. We forgot to introduce our beverages for this particular episode.
Yeah,
we kind of do
important.
that. It is important. So, quick sixer, 6 beers. Not necessarily beers this time. Well, me and Drew. But, so, today, your boy went down to the store and was like, man, this weird 12 pack looks real interesting, so I'm gonna get it. So it's Joseph's Brau Vienna style lager. Me and Drew are gonna drink the same one throughout the thing. So
the 12er has like different kinds of beers.
Yeah, it's
in
like a
right?
variety
It's like
pack.
a variety pack of this brand. So and Wayne's drinking a bottle of wine.
I'm drinking a bottle of wine that was stolen from Pat's wedding. So
I
stole this bottle from Pat's.
So. And our boy Kyle who doesn't particularly
I'm drinking
like alcohol.
This is called Coca-Cola.
We're keeping it. Coca-Cola.
never heard of it.
craft. Is it a craft
Yeah,
cola?
it's a craft cola.
It's got a secret recipe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man.
And
Only two people know
As
it
these
now.
do.
Only 2 people know it.
Yeah.
And did you know that both people only know half the recipe?
I did know that.
Yeah,
that
so
is
it's
crazy.
A fun fact. Isn't
Do
that
they know
crazy?
what order
crazy.
the recipe is in?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because they're fucked.
Like if
They
you're
actually-
number 1 and you're number 2, or the other way around. I don't know. It's a good
Or
question.
like it's like cut in 4s, and like one person has 1 and 3, and the other person has 2 and 4.
That's interesting. I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyways, yeah. So Kyle doesn't really dig
Somebody's got to be a
alcohols.
designated driver at this event. So
Yep, but we're already home, so.
So back to the documentary stuff.
Yeah.
I've been working in documentaries since probably about 2009.
Yeah.
That's how I started my career in film.
Right. Yeah.
I worked with a lot of filmmakers in Memphis, and we worked on documentaries. So this is your second. Have you done anything besides making the documentary? Have you worked in documentaries without like actually producing them? Or?
yeah, I've worked on documentary, like docu-style TV shows and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. There's a lot that I've been working on that are actually going to be coming out in the next like year or so, which is kind of fun. And I've been like production manager and like other various roles.
Anything
on
you can
those
talk about
things.
or you want to talk about?
Not that I can talk about. I'm under contract as
Yeah,
we
that's fine.
usually are for those kind of
NDAs,
things.
always.
NDAs, yeah, but they're all really cool. One's coming to the title of it is called Rich in Faith, and it's coming to Oxygen December 2nd or 3rd, I think it is. And it was great. It was really cool because it's about this guy who like married Kim and Kanye West, who was like this very
The guy who
famous
married
pastor.
them?
Yeah, he was like the guy who married him, and he's making like a new like church, and he's like a famous celebrity for like young kids, and so they're following his like, and not for young kids, but like for the younger generation. You know, our generation isn't
But
as much of a church.
he's a what, like a Joel Osteen for like a
yeah,
younger?
basically, yeah, exactly. He's
Okay.
like a Joel Osteen for like the millennials.
Speaking of Joel Osteen, how about that power mullet?
Yes,
He's got a pretty powerful mullet.
That is
so strong. Like I mean, like
He
every
does
time I
have a-
see this guy, I mean the mullet is so. I can't even hear what he's saying because the mullet is so strong.
It's true.
Yeah. That actually, you know what? When mullets,
Are you googling?
we're
No,
gonna.
You're gonna Google
I
a
forgot
picture.
to tweet
Joel
out.
Osteen. Tweet Joel Osteen right now.
We need to
Add Joel Osteen.
Add Joel Osteen that power mullet though.
Yeah,
That just
you
put
know.
that.
I've never seen somebody rock a power mullet like that. I mean, it's just.
Speaking of pet peeves like mullets, we
Is that a pet peeve of yours? Mullets?
well, it is when it's not on purpose.
When it's not on purpose.
You can't do that.
So one would
I can.
What can't you? What?
Why
I'm too nice. I can't like pick on people like on social.
It's not like you're actually
I'm not
telling
picking on
Jesus
the
that
guy.
he has a
I'm not picking
weird
on
mullet.
that. I'm not saying that his mullet is bad. I'm just saying
You're saying it's a
strong
powerful
You're
mullet.
just saying
It's actually
good
a
for you.
compliment.
It's a strong mullet.
Okay.
It's actually a
And-
compliment,
yeah.
honestly.
All right, fine. I'll do it.
You just don't see many people rocking the mullet these days.
I mean, your face is only on half of our profile picture, so we can talk shit to me. I don't care.
So I'll
Preach to
say
me all day.
that power mullet.
The
No.
THO. That's
Okay,
it.
that's all you have to do. That's all.
That's it.
So okay, so that's
We'll see
we
if
just- we just
our
talked-
boy Joel hits us back.
Yeah, hopefully he'll.
Prediction: he will not.
I'm gonna go ahead and on a limb say
He's too busy.
that's never happening. We might get
umpiring.
sued. Actually,
I mean, though, if anybody were to, he
it'd
might.
be awesome if he did. Hit us with like some verse.
he loves everybody. Like
Apparently.
he's obviously a man of God, and so he
He's
believes.
a man of that money.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what he is.
true story.
He's a man of that money.
True story. But he also I don't know. I think there's like a slight percentage that you might actually hear from Joel Osteen just because he likes to reach all people and give love to everybody. So he
That's the
might-
shit. That's the
I
same
feel
shit
like I feel like it'll be something like I hope it brings you happiness.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Something weird.
I'm glad that I can do something.
That's the same
for
shit.
you.
Like apparently, Mark Hamill tweets a lot to people, like just randomly.
Hey, that was
Like
pretty
people
cool.
that
There was
Yeah.
somebody else that does too. I forget who it was.
That was pretty
Like,
cool
yeah,
what
it's a
Mark
thing.
Hamill did. You guys saw where he
With the
helped
dude-
get that guy with cancer.
he died.
Yeah, and he just
just died.
2 days ago.
Yeah,
Did he get to see it?
Yeah, he saw it and then he
Awesome.
died.
Yeah,
The dude held out hardcore.
Well, that's
he definitely held out.
I mean, good for him though.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
That's really
But
cool.
But okay, so in that point right there, and you watch the movie, what would happen if he hated it?
then fuck it. Whatever.
I mean, he just like
maybe the
waited
movie
his
killed
last
him.
breath.
Did it kill him?
God, that's,
Oh no,
I think we're getting a little dark.
We're getting a little dark. Darker than y'all want to be on podcasts.
Yeah.
Well, you
But
never know.
I feel like you wait a long time. Like a lot of people wait a long time for the Star Wars, like
it looks
the
great.
reboot, other reboot or whatever, the first reboot they did.
Right.
And it's just like,
See, that's something I've been telling all of my friends about. Everybody right now is like peeing their pants with excitement
It's the
for
same
Star Wars
shit
Episode
as Phantom
7.
Menace.
It's like, hold on, folks. Do you remember? Let's all get in a time capsule for a second. Okay, everybody's in a time capsule.
back to
okay.
whenever.
Let's take it back
2001?
to 2001
that
when
when
the
it was?
first poster for Episode 1 came out. Remember that poster? Of course you do. It's of Anakin Skywalker walking in a desert, and he's got the shadow of Darth Vader. Remember how awesome that poster was? Remember how excited we all got?
Yeah.
And then what happened? Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, dude, did you see this weird conspiracy about Jar Jar Binks?
Yes, and I love it.
tell it.
I was trying to explain it to Wayne the other day. Okay,
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it. It's never gonna happen.
Well, tell
but
people what it is.
All right, so here's the
Explain.
conspiracy. Here's the conspiracy. So it's batshit crazy, but I hope to God it's fucking awesome.
It might have it.
I mean, whatever. But anyway, it's the whole conspiracy is that Jar Jar is like the ultimate Sith Lord.
oh god.
You haven't heard this at all?
No, I've not.
Okay,
I've not heard anything about this.
So good. It's so
all right,
good.
so go back. This is gonna fuck you up. Look, Google this, or it's on the internet. I don't know who the fuck put it up, but it's like if you watch the original trilogy, in all these major scenes where the Emperor, well, not the Emperor at the time, the fucking
Senator.
the Senator, yeah,
Senator Palpatine, right?
yeah. What all these major scenes where like shit is happening in his favor, like when the Senate grants him ultimate power for a little while and all this other shit. Jar Jar is the one that does it. And Jar Jar is behind him walking
The
the,
puppet
hallway.
master.
He's like he's playing the Emperor the whole time. And then
Let me tell you how mad the Star Wars universe would be
how
if this
crazy
is true.
is this? But dude, did you see that the dude, all right, so somebody tweeted this shit out. The dude that played Jar Jar tweeted
Holy
back.
patchouli!
Yeah, the dude tweeted back.
Really?
And he said something along the lines of, it took a long time, but I'm finally glad people realized the intention. I was like,
It's been 10 years in the making,
What?
but now everybody understands Jar Jar's real purpose in life was not to just annoy us and go, oh no, on camera.
the worst. So,
You know who I loved in that movie was Boss Nass. You remember Boss Nass? He was the head of the Gungan world.
oh, the
He was
big guy?
the big fat guy that was like,
The big
we
lip?
saw no like the Naboo. And then he went like that every like 5 seconds. It was like the coolest guy.
That dude.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but there's like all these weird things, and they're like talking about how this dude about Jar Jar is like playing like the drunken master kung fu like shit, and like this is the whole thing. Like he's dumb on purpose because he's practicing being dumb. But dude, if that's the fucking case, I was like, oh wow,
This will
like,
never happen.
no, never. I mean, that's definitely not what with
I mean, crazier things and plots have happened, but that is absolutely, it's pretty crazy.
And I think that is probably everyone's biggest pet peeve about the original trilogy. But we want to get into a bigger pet peeve that Kyle has.
Okay. All right, settle in, everybody.
Settle in for this
Story
fucking
time.
Story time with Kyle.
I don't know why this makes me
Pet
so
peeve
mad.
edition.
I don't know why this makes me so mad.
Just get
But
just call everyone out. That's
when
everyone honest to you.
when anyone rides on an escalator, the point is rather simple. You get on the escalator, it takes you either up or down a set of stairs, and at the end, you get off the escalator and you move about to your final destination. It's very simple.
You walk.
You walk, you move.
Yeah.
You don't, here's what you don't do, you don't stop at the end of the escalator, like the second you walk off, and make all of your life choices there. That is the wrong place to make these choices. That is the wrong place to stop. That is the wrong place to do anything other than move. The goal is to get off the escalator and continue moving, because otherwise the people behind you can't get off the escalator, and then people get hurt.
That's
People
true.
get hurt, Pat.
You seen the video?
I've seen the video of the lady, the one that she falls down the escalator and throws her child. This is one of the many reasons why we should be smarter on escalators.
Yeah, you follow the rules of the escalator. If you see a sign saying "Don't go up there," like this is what we're talking about. Is there's a viral video where this lady goes up this escalator, and apparently there was a news about this or whatever, and they had said no one uses the escalator. It's broken right now. Please don't get on the escalator. She was like,
bitch got on the escalator.
She was like, nah, I don't care. We shouldn't be talking too mean about her because she is not with us anymore. But she went up to the escalator, and the top part, I don't know if you know this, but that thing opens up.
Yeah,
it opens up so people can do maintenance on it. So people that work on the escalators can do maintenance.
Right.
And so she stepped on it. It goes in. She gets sucked in by the escalator, and to save the life of her child, she threw her child out to I guess one of the workers or whatever. Sure.
There'll be a Lifetime movie made about this in 4 years. I'm
sure.
Already in development.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's also a safety thing. I mean, it's a big
huge safety thing.
But it's a safety thing. Like, why would you stand there when there's
and
other
people do it all the time. I challenge anybody that's listening to this. Next time you get on an escalator, watch what happens when you get to the end of the escalator. I promise you, 98%. Oh no, we just went off Periscope. I was just jiggling the table. Okay.
Kyle's animated.
90% of the time.
Oh no.
90% of the time. Oh dear. Is it gonna stay?
Oh no.
It'll stay.
Wayne will get it.
We'll get there.
I'll
There
fix it.
Okay. He's
Put
determined.
it straight up.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, that's
it doesn't
good.
have
Get a little bit better view here.
Yeah, that's good.
There
Oh,
we
man.
go.
90% of the time, people will get off an escalator and they will just stop and look at the world around them like they've never seen the world around them before. And I just don't understand.
It is.
I just don't understand.
I almost saw a very bad tragedy on the metro escalator down at Pershing Square. There was a guy, I guess he was homeless.
Pershing Square is like a prime spot for this to happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big
this guy in a wheelchair decided, he was like rolling fast. Like he had somewhere to go. He was like, boop, boop,
Right.
boop, boop. He's
there
going.
an elevator?
And there's an elevator there, but he goes to the escalator, the up escalator.
That's a terrible decision.
And I looked at him and I was like, as I'm coming down on the down escalator, I looked at him.
You look over?
And he's setting up to get on the escalator, and I looked at him, and I swear, he might not have been looking at me, but I was giving him the eye. And I felt like maybe he could see what I was saying to him with my eyes, and I was just like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this. And he went. And he rolled back. He rolled back. He was like, all right, bye. Can't do it. And then he waited for the elevator. And I was like, I almost saw a tragedy. I almost saw death.
That's scary.
Or a broken neck. I mean, I'm assuming he's broken down
you just
halfway.
Escalator keeps going up, so you just keep doing somersaults on it for like hours until somebody decided.
So I feel like I saved someone with my gaze. I'm just saying I saved a life with my gaze.
Maybe
not all heroes wear capes.
Power gaze.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
That's good.
That's true, man.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
I don't know, man. There's a lot. Dirty people.
Okay.
Really? I
just didn't take a shower this morning, dirty?
No, like you go to someone's house and it's like the dirtiest fucking place you've ever been in your life. They beat off on the whole fucking apartment.
Yeah, that's like
that's terrible.
That's true though. That shit. You walk into a place and you're like, what the fuck? When was the last time you dusted this bitch? Never. Man,
true story.
I don't know. Like that. I don't know.
Actually,
that and. There's a bunch of other stuff. I'm clean freak.
Well, I'm a grammar Nazi. Mine is I hate when people use the word addicting because when the operative word is addictive.
Sure.
An adjective.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's frustrating.
Learn verbs and adjectives, please. Somebody, I don't.
Yes.
And what really pisses me off is there's a whole website that's called, I think it's Addicting Info.
No!
I'm like, no,
literally
it's
a
not.
website.
Incorrect. Incorrect. You failed at life.
A website of your pet peeve. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mine is more because I guess I'm a little bit more I'm prideful, so I hate when people try to make me feel dumb. That's a big pet peeve of mine. And it's like I know.
I don't think anybody likes that.
No, I don't think when people make fun at your expense, all this stuff, and sometimes people can handle that. People can be like, oh yeah, you know what? Well, fuck you too.
Yeah.
Whatever, da da da. But when someone tries to I don't know, get on
make you feel like a piece of
make
shit.
you feel like a piece of shit or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about or doing, and most of the time I don't know what I'm talking about. So then I am insecure about that. So it's just it's like a thing that goes on and on. It's a whole cycle because I know that some things I am dumb, and then it's like, okay, well you called me out and you're a bitch. I hate you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Man.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
so many pet peeves. Tweet us yours.
Yeah,
Hashtag quick sticker. Quick sticker.
Quick sticker.
I'm the drunk one.
Yeah,
Oh, good Lord.
Just hit us with hashtag
Oh,
peeves.
no, I did it again.
Quick Sixercast on Twitter. And we're just, just square it up. Yeah, fuck
There it
it.
is.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's
Terminator Eye. There we go.
That's nice.
Yeah, man. Hit us with the pet peeves. Hashtag pet peeves. Quick Sixercast on Twitter.
And we will talk about this.
We'll talk about it. Fuck it.
For sure, we'll talk about it.
Dude, there's so many I have. Like, the people that are like... the same thing with escalators, the same thing with elevators.
Oh, have you ever noticed...
People trying to come in.
People that come on an escalator before people have gone up, or gone in an elevator before they go out.
Bitch ass outside.
So true.
Please.
So true.
It happens in this building so much. And I'm like, I literally want to
like
body
no one
check
was
like a
taught.
pregnant woman. I really do. All the time.
You know what's funny is that
But I'm not going to.
There was never a class in high school about like
Manners?
life manners, and like one of the life manners is like
Don't be a cunt.
Oh,
Damn.
those are big words. Matt. Big words.
Big four
Big
word.
words.
That's not what Kyle was saying.
No,
but,
that was not what I was saying. No, what I was saying was
Don't be a jerk face.
Yeah, like common courtesy. Like you know, let's all live a life of selflessness and not selfishness.
Kyle, are you from here? Or did you?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, so do you notice that like it's a lot like these
Worse
people?
here.
In
For
LA,
sure, it's worse here.
It's like everyone is kind of.
I'll tell you what. When we not, and I promise this isn't a plug, but when we were filming the documentary, we were in like small town America.
Yeah.
There's this town was called Stover, Missouri, and there's like that's how they say it. That's shit you not. And there's like 30 people in the town.
Nice.
The nicest 30 people you'll ever meet in your life.
High five them all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're amazing, and like the nicest manners and just everything. Like and yeah, you get that specifically in the Midwest, but you know anywhere but California, there's a whole lot more manners happening.
Yeah. Well,
like a whole lot.
I mean, I don't even think it's just California. I think it's just L.A.
LA
County.
That's true too.
Like I've been.
Yeah, because I feel like San Francisco's nicer.
Nicer people. I mean, they got a lot more rain, so depression. But I don't know. But everyone in the Bay seems really hyped on life.
No, it's true.
I mean, our
people in the Bay love life.
Our episode 6 guests from the Bay.
But
he loves life.
And you know,
loves
like,
He loves some fucking life.
He loves life.
You know, it's funny. It's like, and you talk about other big cities like New York, where people are considered to be rude, but they're just being real. Like they talk to you like another human being, but they are being rude because they just kind of are blunt.
Right.
You know. But here, it's like people ignore you. People don't treat you like you're another human being, whatever. Yeah. A lot of times we're superficial,
judgy.
I could count on one hand how many times I've heard "excuse me" anywhere.
Or please.
Well, sometimes these things. You guys,
that's not even in the conversation.
Sometimes these things happen by accident. Like,
take
for example the time that my sister closed the elevator doors on a guy in a wheelchair.
That was hilarious, though, because she felt so bad.
She was, she did that by accident, and it was
she almost cried. She felt so bad. It was pretty funny.
So accidents happen.
Yeah,
accidents happen. But I think overall, majority of people.
Yeah.
In LA.
That was just the craziest
thing.
Well,
we like LA for what it is.
There's just not a lot of like I guess empathy. You know, like
None at all.
These people don't really care about other people, and I mean, it's like we're not saying that for every individual here, but like there is a kind of there's a large amount of people here who don't have that kind of empathy.
Don't give a shit.
It's true. No, it's true. It's very true. It's kind of sad.
It's super sad. I mean, you think of LA. You know what I think about when I think of LA?
Tell us, Pat.
I think of like back in the day Hollywood LA.
Like 30s?
Yeah. Like balling.
Golden
age. You could
Golden
walk.
age.
Yeah. You could like walk on a Paramount and go fucking audition for something.
You know what's funny? I was just on the Paramount lot 2 days ago, and you feel like you're back in that.
Right? Mm-hmm. Some of these old lots, dudes are riding little bikes with baskets around and shit, and you're like, dude,
a friend of mine.
Let me get a bike. I'll ride it,
Yeah, a friend of mine, her grandmother was in Hollywood in the golden age.
And rode a bike?
No, this gets better. She was driving, I mean, she might have rode a bike, I don't know.
With a basket?
But she was driving down Hollywood Boulevard one day, and she got a flat tire.
Someone helped.
So someone helped her, but guess who that someone was?
Dick Van Dyke.
It was Walt Disney.
Oh,
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
Notorious asshole.
Mr. He had an image in the newspaper. I don't know if he was an asshole, but he had an image.
I mean,
he was a tough guy. Let's say that.
There's lots of things said about Walt Disney.
There are, but he was notoriously known for being a tough guy.
Yeah,
and he pulled over.
He stopped helped some random granny.
Yeah,
she wasn't a granny.
She wasn't a granny at the time.
She's probably hottie.
Yeah, she might have been like a really cute girl. But nonetheless,
change that tire though.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah,
I made Mickey.
But
I can make that tire happen.
You don't see executives of movie companies helping people with their flat tires now.
You don't see a dude that owns a fucking part of Burbank help you out like that.
No.
Half of Burbank. Let's go ahead and say half. He owns about half.
Owns about half. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
And I mean, the Disney company.
The Disney company
basically owns everything now.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean.
Yeah.
They're, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Disney.
Yeah.
Hashtag Disney. Yeah.
Actually, we wanted to talk about Disney. Kyle's involvement with Disney, but you need another.
I know.
Another
What
nice
happens
beverage.
when that happens?
You get up and get it.
Oh no! It looks like somebody's getting one for
Wayne.
me. Wayne.
Somebody's got to produce this.
Wayne. For those of you at home watching or listening right now, Wayne has gotten up from his chair. He went over to the fridge and he is now popping a popping. Is that the word? No. What's the word when you open? Opening. He's opening.
What's the word when you open?
What's the word when you open something? Oh, it's opening.
Another beverage from you. And Drew. Kyle has a...
This is where when you get sponsors one day, you'll be like, our refill of the day brought to you by...
That's what the idea is.
I'll
do it. Yeah.
Oh, he'll do the honors.
Yeah, Drew needs one as well.
Of opening his own.
That doesn't.
What is that? What is that for?
This is from a tequila tasting we did with your best friend, Cam Piangi.
Okay.
And he needs one as well.
And what will you be having, Drew?
Whatever this color is. It's the blue one.
That's the winter brew.
The winter brew. This is the unfiltered wheat beer.
Oh.
You have to say wheat in a different way.
Wheat. Hefeweizen.
The wheat beer.
But anyway,
so
yes, okay.
Kyle has some involvement with Disney that we're going to touch on briefly because there's a lot of NDAs with fucking.
Yeah, we definitely
Disney.
don't want to talk about NDAs.
We'll just go. We'll go real brief. Oh, you got the green one.
That's all right. Ooh, dark double bock lager. I'll take it.
Whatever. So Kyle has some small involvement with Disney at one point in his career. And it's been a very interesting subject for me personally. I find it very interesting, and have always actually. But so we wanted to talk about. I was really confused for a second. You saw that anyway. We wanted to talk about that a little bit. How did you even get involved with Disney? What did you do? What can you tell us right now that you do?
Oh, gosh. The answer to the third one is I really can't say anything about what I do. All I can really say
you have some involvement.
Is I have some involvement with Disney. And I can talk about my appreciation for Disney all day. And I can talk about being an annual pass holder with Disney, which is awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah. Besides being obsessed with them.
No, obsessed is a strong word. I don't decorate my bathroom in Disney.
Okay, fair enough. There are people that do that.
With
Disney. No. Well, having a high appreciation. How about that?
Sure. Yeah, that's
high appreciation for Disney.
Yep.
What got you on that lot when you got out here?
You know what got me on the lot for the first time? This is actually a great story.
Really?
I can totally tell this story.
Let's do this.
This I can tell. So the first time I got on the Disney lot, it was a total ridiculous way of doing it. But basically, I had been on a few lots because I was going to college out here, and I through different projects and whatever that was happening at school,
you end up on these things,
land on a lot because you have a professor that knows somebody or whatever, and that was really cool. So I remember going on the Universal lot, and that was cool, and you got on the Paramount lot, and that was awesome. Cool. But the one lot you can't get on without really having a reason is the Disney lot. You can tour almost all the other lots.
You can see in the front door too.
Yeah, but Disney is very Willy Wonka factory. It's very much you can't get in unless you know somebody on the inside. And so I had this idea when I was in school to do a report on Disney. And so I did a report on Disney, and while I was doing the report on Disney, I sent a letter, or an email, I guess, to the head archive guy at the Walt Disney Archives who works in the Disney studios, and said, I would love to come on the lot nudge, nudge, and interview you about Walt Disney. Okay. Even though, truth be told, I had probably researched 98% of what I was going to ask him beforehand, and I kind of knew the answers.
You knew the guy he was.
Yeah. But I was like, if this guy just happens to want to help out a college student doing a project, and the project was legit, like it's not to say that it wasn't, but like the whole reason I did the project was so that I couldn't get on the Disney lot. And he emailed me back a day or two later and said, why don't you come on the lot this afternoon? And it was like super like random. He's like, I got a 4:00 slot. If you can make it today, we can do it today. And so like I moved all my plans around and I went down and I went there, and his name is Dave Smith. He just recently retired. He is actually a Disney legend, and I'm not just saying that in like an affirmation way, but he's a physical legend. We're Facebook friends. So that's kind of cool.
Is that how you knew he retired, though?
Yeah, I know it was kind of news when he did retire.
Because he's a legend. He's been there for a minute.
Yeah, he'd been there for a while. He started the Disney archives. And like any
what do the archives do?
So basically any film thing, any TV thing, anything that Disney has or their affiliates have that would be considered historical, they're in charge of. Anything that Walt touched, signed, drew, whatever, they have all that stuff. Any costumes, like Mary Poppins' original costume, the Santa Claus, you name it,
it's there.
They got it somewhere in storage. Cool. And so they do it all. And so if you ever get a chance to go on the lot, not only should you enjoy all the sights and wonders of the lot, but go to the archives, and they always have something on display of Walt's. They have like his Oscars and all this cool stuff, and like it's just great to like see it all. It's really cool.
It's like a museum.
It's like a museum. It's like a mini museum. Exactly. Okay. So and they change it out to keep it interesting.
Like a just Disney museum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. So that was how I so to all you kids listening out there, just write a letter to the people out there. But no, like the project was legit. It was just, you know what? It'd be cool if this project led to something else, and it did. And that really like motivated me to work with them and to do other things, and it was cool. So yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah,
that was super. My first connection in LA was with Disney Toon, the company that does all the Tinkerbell movies and stuff like that.
Right.
He's an editor. And he worked on all those movies as an editor for all those movies, and he edited the Planes, the knockoff
Planes of the Cars spin-off,
and not knockoff spin-off, sorry.
Yeah. You have to use magic words when you're talking about
sure.
Nothing's ever a knockoff.
No, it's not a knockoff. I really do mean that.
All original.
But I remember seeing they modeled that whole office like Pixar's. So so everything it was so amazing. I was like, whoa, I can't believe I'm walking in this, this office was amazing. They got like a foosball table, ping pong, whatever, all these like toys and stuff. And then on, so they have the one side was the artist, and the other side was the accountants.
Yep.
So like you go in, you see the artist, and there's planes everywhere. There's all these like toys and stuff, and you go over to the accountants, and it's just gray cubicles. And it was like so funny. I was like, this is like an imitation. This is art imitating life. Mm-hmm. It was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was my first connection, and it was cool seeing all like the inner workings.
It's great. Like anything Disney touches, it turns to gold. But like the way that they go about treating their employees and everything is just done so well.
It's proper.
And it's frustratingly good. Like it's frustratingly good
super
because
proper.
They do it right. And like you're talking about Pixar. At Pixar, I have a buddy of mine that works at Pixar, and when he was there his first week, he was like, "Dude, you'll never guess what they have at Pixar." I was like, "What do they have?" And he goes, "They have a buffet that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Pixar. That is nothing but different cereals." He goes, "Name a cereal. Name a cereal," and they have it. And you can go up and just pour yourself a bowl any time of the day, any day of the week. Yeah. And it's like, and it seems like such a silly thing, and it is, but yet it brings so much joy.
Yeah, people love cereal.
And people love cereal. Like, who doesn't love an afternoon bowl of cereal? Like, it's great.
That's so funny because they had the same thing at Disney Toon. I completely forgot.
Great.
But like I was walking down and they just have it on a wall. Like they had one on the wall, and I was just like, Whoa, is that every freaking cereal you can
ever imagined? Yeah.
It's
Dreams
crazy.
really do come true at Disney. all I want is cereal.
You walk in, you're like, they have that limited shit though.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, pull the crank, fucking huge bowl. Give me a gallon of this milk. Fuck, let's do this. But,
It's amazing.
What I thought was cool is that they even like the assistant editors, the second assistant editors, they were young. There were some young people, there were some like older people. So it seemed like
it's mixed bag.
It's a mixed bag. Like people could, and everybody seemed happy to be working for Disney.
Everybody's
Chex Mix.
It seems
people generally enjoy working for Disney.
No, for real, it was cool.
No question.
The only thing I know about Disney, well, the only time I've ever been on a Disney lot was across the street near the animation.
Yep.
That's the only time I've been on there. I went on there quite a few times delivering stuff for shows.
Yeah.
And going up in the ABC building because they own ABC. So
right, it's great.
It's so nice. Their little cafeteria thing on that bottom floor. You've been there before.
Oh yeah, they call it the commissary.
The commissary.
Yes, it's lovely.
It's fucking big. It's like really big
and good food. Like some of the better food.
I've eaten there.
Yeah,
it's always closed by the time I went.
Did you know at the top of the Disney Studios, there's like a round rotunda, I guess you could call it, and in there is an actual restaurant, and it's
like
an exclusive restaurant, kind of like the thing at LAX. It's an exclusive restaurant that like execs like take whoever
People
is special to.
Nice dinners and whatnot.
And for those of you that are like Disney pin collectors, if you eat at that restaurant, you get an exclusive pin that you can only get at that restaurant.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Pin collectors.
Yeah. Oh, pin collecting's a big thing I did.
In Disney?
Oh my god.
Really?
Biggest thing they do.
When
So
did
what
it start?
exactly is that? So what
Pin collecting? So name any
Like a
Disney,
pin, an actual
anything.
pin.
Like an actual pin, like a
Like
lapel
you'd see on some
pin.
fucking TGI Fridays waiter. Like that type
Sure,
of
basically,
pin.
yeah. I mean, yeah. They're little pins, and they name anything from anything Disney, and they make pins of it. Donald Duck, Pluto, Goofy, all
chicks
the
from Frozen.
the chick from Frozen, and anything.
Olaf.
They'll everything pins, and so like most people,
Sleeping Beauty.
everybody, like keep naming them, like everybody, like the most random things they'll have, and
Pocahontas.
yeah, oh yeah, they'll have it all. And the thing is,
That little raccoon from Pocahontas.
that little raccoon, Miko, yeah, Miko, yeah.
You're the one.
But like all these things have pins, and so like a lot of people like they think they can collect them all, but there's no way you could ever collect
There's
them all.
not a thing.
But like a lot of
the
people
archive
have like
have them?
collections. Oh yeah, like everybody has them.
But the archive has them all.
Oh, I'm sure the archive has them all.
Like a fucking
like
wall
a
where you just look
master-
at it and you're like, fuck my life, I'll never get all these.
You'll never get all these pins.
That
yeah.
wall? They have a
Yeah,
fuck my
I'm
life
sure.
wall?
I haven't seen it, but I'm sure that
It's
it
there.
exists.
That
yeah.
dude has it.
I'm sure somebody has
Guaranteed.
it, but
He
yeah,
ordered
but it's
two.
cool.
He ordered two every time. One for the wall,
Just one for the
himself.
wall and then one for him. Yeah. yeah. I'm sure there's a collection somewhere. It's crazy though.
So what do you guys think about Disney as far as moving into the future? Like in the past during their traditional animation, their movies were unmistakable Disney. Like if you saw a movie, just by the animation, you could tell this is a Disney movie.
Right.
And they did like so many of them, like Snow White, Robin Hood, like all these animated.
Robin Hood.
But now going forward, now they're doing everything digital. So how do they
Everything's
maintain
digital.
that brand? That's
Because Disney. This is just me speaking, obviously, just as a guy
person.
that loves Disney. But Disney is notorious and synonymous with animation, but really what Disney is known for is storytelling. So
it's their
even
stories.
though, yeah, it's always been their stories. Even though the way they're telling those stories changes, at the end of the day, the story is what gets you.
Some of their
That's why
stories-
Frozen was huge. It was
Yeah.
not the traditional Disney story, and people
It's true.
loved it and they ate it up. And so I think that's what keeps Disney going. Is that yes, it's a different way of doing it, and yes, they've gotten a lot more into the 3D animation and the just different techniques that we never could have dreamed of when we were kids. But they are still trying to like bring in that 2D
Bring it back.
animation. when they
How do
can.
you feel about speaking of Frozen? How do you feel about sequels to these
Sequels?
masterpieces?
If done
movies?
correctly, I think a sequel is a great idea.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this at you, right?
Okay, all right.
Pocahontas 2. Who gives a shit about some Pocahontas 2?
Interesting point. I've never seen Pocahontas 2.
Exactly.
Well,
You've seen some fucking Pocahontas, though.
And I've
I know
seen.
you've seen some Frozen. How do you feel about Frozen 2?
I'm alright with Frozen 2 because I think there's more story to be explored. I was even
Okay.
alright. You know what I actually really liked? That at first I was like, this is a joke. I loved Lion King 1.5.
Really?
I know that sounds insane. Watch Lion King 1.5,
there's like
and you'll
4
say
of them now, aren't there?
there's like I think there's 3. and they were all like direct to DVD. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But holy cow, it was good. Now here's the real question, though. The one that everyone's up in an uproar about is Pixar doing Toy Story 4.
Not the only 4. Aladdin 4. Do you hear about that?
Aladdin I heard about too, but they won't be able to do
it.
They won't be able to do it without Robin Williams.
But did you hear why they won't be able to do it?
Yeah, because it's in his will.
It's in his will.
Protects
You
his
cannot do my character.
For 25 years.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, dude.
Talking about a genius.
Oh my god.
Who were we saying was a genius earlier? I forget. Probably Disney.
Everybody.
But yeah, but Robin Williams, pure genius.
We're genius.
I was actually Disney has a thing they call the Legend Award. When I was saying earlier that Dave Smith is the legend, he is not just a legend, like so to speak, but he is a Disney legend. They gave him a award.
So you get like a Walk of Fame star.
It's Disney. Correct. It's Disney's highest honor. It's the Academy Awards of Disney, and it's done internally at Disney. And I was at the ceremony when Robin Williams got his Disney Legends Award.
Was it awesome?
It was awesome.
Did he joke?
Oh my gosh!
I mean, he's notoriously like a dirty comic.
He is a dirty comic, but he was very funny. He had some edgier humor, but it was
for
great.
a Disney comic.
For a Disney comic, but but it was great. It was so cool. I'm so glad that day he got a Disney Legend Award, and Betty White got one that same day. Yeah.
What has Betty White done for Disney?
Well, Betty White was on what was the gigantic sitcom she was on?
Golden Girls.
Yeah, which was ABC, and ABC was on by Disney.
Okay,
so
cool.
and she's done movies for them and like all that kind of stuff.
Really?
So, yeah, like voices and what have you. So
No idea.
Yeah.
Betty White, the woman that will never go.
True story.
Old as fuck. But still
old.
Killing. She's funny as shit.
She's
apparently.
great.
I've heard
Hardest working woman in show business, I would say.
Well, yeah, you gotta get out of bed, and then you gotta get to the.
That's hard when you're that age.
Is there
what I'm saying.
anybody else that's even been working that long? I mean,
That's the
really.
question. Actually, I don't know.
Really? Yeah.
I agree. I'll agree on that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think so.
Betty White. I mean, she's got a lot going against her just in her everyday life. Like, you know,
her life.
Time is not
against
time
kind.
is fucking her, and not in a good way.
No.
Like, and
Time is not kind.
so anyway,
not in the good way.
not in the good way.
We've discussed Betty White.
No, Betty White's the shit.
No,
So anyway,
that's true. She's great.
apparently she's super nice too.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know if you know this, but we know Lucasfilm is obviously owned by Disney now, right?
Yep.
We know a person that works at Lucasfilm Animation.
You and I do?
Yes, we do.
Who is that?
I will not tell you on this, but I
Okay,
will tell
alright.
you.
Yeah, we'll have to
'cause
talk
I
about
want
it
to fuck her
afterwards.
job up.
No, we don't want to screw anybody's job.
So anyway,
Oh, that's so interesting.
yeah, she just got it, and we'll talk about her later in a little while.
We will.
But yeah, said she sent me a picture of campus that she was walking on.
That's
and I
awesome.
told her to go fuck herself. so
Hashtag super jealous.
that's what I said.
yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, she's super cool. We'll talk about her in a little while.
Yeah.
Not on this.
Not on this. We'll talk privately.
So Kyle,
Yes.
we worked on plenty of projects together throughout.
We've worked on
time
a lot of TV shows.
being here, seen some weird, crazy shit.
We have.
I mean, even the first couple nights I knew you, we saw some bitches lose their fucking mind,
That's true.
which is we
Yeah.
handled well.
We
It
did.
was one of my first.
Oh my
days
god. Oh, I
PAing.
know. Okay, I know
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
At first, I was like, I don't
When a
remember
certain-
being that
when a
crazy,
certain-
but I remember behind the scenes. I know what you're talking about.
When a certain
Yes.
crazy went. And,
I remember. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I was gonna talk to you about that a little bit. Like,
yes.
what's like one awkward moment on set or like even real life? I guess set and real life are kind of the same thing when you're out here because
It kind of is.
you're there for. These people are basically family for a month or whatever
Right.
you're working because you're there
Yeah,
with
no,
them
I would completely agree.
for half of the day.
More than
A
half of it.
normal day in production is 12 hours.
And that's what when you get there. So like
That's
12 hours
the second you
like-
get there.
Yeah, and that's assuming there's no overtime and like all that kind of stuff. It's usually longer.
Assuming that they count
Assuming that's a
they
perfect
count your
day.
lunch as you being
Right.
because that's
It's-
not even usual either.
No, it's true. So yeah, a lot of times there's a lot more.
Going on
Time
yeah.
happening outside.
So besides me and Kyle were talking about this one. Let's talk about that actually.
Who's that?
We won't use any names, but we'll talk about that particular night where me.
We can't talk about that night.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
No way.
I'm going to.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
You're
there
crazy.
was this girl that we were working with that was supposed to be in charge. We're not going to use any names.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
This is one of my first.
This is just wait. Hold on. I'm gonna pause you for a second.
All right.
I'm not saying you shouldn't tell the story because it's a crazy story and because we don't want somebody like to be like, oh my god, it's me or whatever. I'm saying we've had such better memories on that show.
We won't say the show either.
We won't say the show either. But we should talk about good things and not silly drama things.
All right.
You know I'm right.
I do.
You know,
but
you know,
man, it's such a good story.
It is, but that's a story that, like, you know, you're sitting at a bar one night and somebody's like, "Oh, what was that thing that happened that one time?" You can say it, but like, there were so many great things that happened on the shows we worked on.
We'll talk about that good thing then.
Yes.
But this bitch lost her fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say that. Anyway,
that's fair.
And I don't think I saw her work again after that.
I don't think I did either.
So
yeah, so there's that.
Fucking.
Find Pat in the
keep
bar.
Your shit together.
Story.
Yeah, keep your shit together.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't try to drink at the bar. It's too expensive.
Oh, okay. Well, find Pat at Target.
Come to my house. Yeah,
Target. Pat at Target when he's buying his beers.
When he's buying his expensive
all
beers.
the time. All right. So what's one cool thing?
Cool thing.
Fun thing.
Overall,
we can tell pretty funny. No, I don't want to go into that.
I know.
This has been the most,
what can we talk about?
Episode. Probably the most interesting.
What can we talk about
because
that won't get us sued?
Because
that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, fuck. Oh, that person can sue us.
No, it's not even about being sued. Like, I do like respecting NDAs because we all know how important they are. We all
but they run out after like 6 months.
That doesn't Plus, this one show's off the air now, so it's not like it really matters. But no,
you just gave that away.
No,
go look at Kyle's IMDb. There you go.
No, there's a million shows that just went off the air. Nobody knows what we did.
That's some bullshit. You can easily look us up. I can fucking Google you and you look you up. Anyway, never mind. We're not going to talk about that at all. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about your not your fascination, but your dislike for these guys.
The drinking?
Yeah, just drinking in general. Is there a reason why you don't?
No,
partake?
there's no reason why I don't drink.
I've seen you try alcohol.
Exactly.
Multiple times.
It
just doesn't work out for you.
My rule is if I like it, I'll drink it.
But
it's a pretty simple rule.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm not going to do this acquired taste stuff. Like, like I'm not gonna like force myself to drink beer until I like it because if it doesn't taste good the first time, I'm not gonna drink it. So my thing is, if you can make a alcoholic beverage taste like an Oreo milkshake, then I'm all in.
Yeah.
Because I love Oreo milkshakes.
Fire though.
Yeah. There was actually one time. Here's a story we can share. And I'm not going to use any names or anything. We won't get in trouble for this story, I promise you. There was a rap party that happened for a show that we worked on, and there was a higher up exec that knew that I was not a big drinker.
I was there,
and not sure if you were there. I don't know if you were at this particular.
Did I know I was there?
I don't know.
That's another.
That's a whole. That's a deeper existential question.
Yeah.
But at this particular party, this executive producer was like, "As long as Kyle's drinking tonight, open bar." And so the rule was, if somebody had a drink, I would have the first sip of the drink, and if I liked it, it was mine. And if I didn't like it, then it would go back to whoever ordered that drink, and then on they'd go. So as the night went on, like I sampled probably close to 45 drinks, 50 drinks, and I was
drunk?
absolutely tipsy. I was absolutely tipsy because I brought along a
This is your first time being kind of there?
It was my first time being as close to drunk as I ever got. Like, but I remember that night that I brought along a camera and I was taking pictures.
And the pictures were fun.
And throughout the night, I was like, man, I just bought this camera yesterday. And
it was an actual camera.
Yeah, it was like a legit.
Not like your phone or something.
No. It was like a legitimate DSLR.
Okay.
And I remember getting infuriated because I was like, why won't this take pictures clearly throughout the night? And I just bought this camera yesterday. I'm gonna have to send it back to Nikon. Like I was all mad. And then the next day, I woke up and I plugged in the thing and I looked at the pictures. Like, oh, all these pictures are fine. they're all absolutely crystal clear. And I called a friend of mine that was there. I was like, all my pictures are clear. And he's like, oh, you were absolutely tipsy last night. And I was like, oh, well, good to know. So, borderline drunk, I guess. But
solid.
Yeah, I sipped a number of drinks.
But it's not for you. Just not your thing.
Not for me.
Never been your thing.
Find me a drink that I would enjoy, that I'm not going to have to force down my throat, and I'll drink it. The closest I've gotten was a White Russian. That's the closest I've gotten.
Well, actually, there's something that you might want to try. There's this flash frozen ice cream that has different drinks that are flash frozen in the drink. Like there's vodka ice cream.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's a big thing now.
I sound like such a child. Like, I'm only gonna eat it with ice cream. Yeah. But like,
well, you could do. I mean, it's a big thing now. Like people get it for their bachelor parties and all this stuff.
Well, I was gonna say. You said if it tastes like was it Oreo? What did you say?
That's an Oreo milkshake. But
here's the thing. Have you ever been to Counterburger?
No.
Counterburger does alcohol adult
actually
milkshakes.
So does, you know what else? So does Cheesecake Factory, and they have one of the best Oreo shakes I've ever had.
So you can put
Kahlua in that. I've thought about that. I get nervous though, because then if I don't like it, then it's just $15 on the drain.
That's why
I wasted a perfectly good milkshake.
That's why Target's getting my money, not the bar. You get a fucking $10 beer, and I can have a 12-pack for $10.
There's a lot of popular beers out there now that are like stouts, like coffee stout or like a milk stout. So they taste like a. Or they have an aftertaste of coffee or like a latte or something like that after you like, or chocolate, mainly chocolate.
Somebody told me TGI Fridays has a chocolate mudslide that I would like.
You might like a mudslide. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I got nothing.
I don't either.
The world is open. Tweet us what Kyle should drink at hashtag.
Go ahead and
drink Kyle drink.
Drink Kyle drink. Yeah.
Kyle drink.
Drink Kyle drink. Go hit us up. Actually, where can they find you on Twitter? So they can just blow you up on Drink Kyle
with drinks. My Twitter handle is @HollywoodTinMan.
Tin Man. Okay.
Like the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man.
Yeah. So go ahead and hit up Drink Kyle drink. Hashtag
Hollywood Tin Man.
And Hollywood Tin Man. Go ahead and tell him every single drink that there is.
That I should try.
Just destroys his fucking Twitter, and he has to restart.
This is gonna be a whole new episode. We're just gonna have it at a bar. And
this is a whole new show.
Kyle,
every show is just what will Kyle put in his mouth today.
That's what she said.
Not that far. Not that far.
Got him.
Not that far. But you know.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
No, this is
what a great idea.
That's fine.
I got one of these.
I know that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go. You want to go awkward moment? We got like 15 left. I wanted to go on some stories about people telling you about all this.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. So when you're in LA, you kind of.
What the hell is happening right now?
Construction.
Some shit happening.
No.
Some fucking guys. I don't know.
It sounds like the world is coming to an end.
There's some bitches upstairs that just like to run around. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But in LA, a lot of people will stop you if they think that you look like someone, or even from afar.
True.
They'll yell at you like, "Yo, so and so."
People tell me I sound like Seth Rogen all the time.
If I didn't know your face and you just talked, maybe. I don't know.
But go on.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, people stop and ask you like, "Oh, you're so and so." Everyone tell you look like fucking goddamn Tom Cruise, and most famous person probably in most of the world. Mm-hmm. So Drew gets this a lot.
I do. I get a lot of people, and it's weird.
Is it multiple people?
Yes, it's multiple people. I get a lot of different people, and the funniest story. Well, like one time I was like in a bathroom at a Mexican restaurant, and some dude said, "Hey, you're that guy from TV." No, you're not. And I was like, "Yes, you're right. No, I'm not."
But I want to be.
I wish I was that guy.
Please.
It's funny because like sometimes I have been recognized from things like on Hollywood Boulevard 2 days ago. Telling Pat the story, I was recognized for something I did, and I was like,
cool.
oh,
that's cool.
I was like, oh, awesome, man! I didn't even know that you were you saw that stuff, but no, usually I get recognized as these different people, but my funniest one though is at Starbucks, and the girl said, "Hey,
this was a long time ago."
This was like maybe 3 weeks ago. No.
All right, cool. Yeah.
She was like, "Hey, do you get people a lot?" And I was like, and I knew what she meant. She was like, do you get like that you look like people a lot? And I was like, yeah, sometimes. Why? Who do I look like to you? And she was like, you look like that guy from Vanilla Sky. And I was like
that guy.
Wait, I was like, wait a minute.
The one guy.
Tom Cruise?
That guy.
the most famous like international action star ever. Like he's like the most famous person.
Yeah.
And I was like,
dude can't walk down the street.
Did you just say that I looked like Tom Cruise and you couldn't even say his name and you referenced one of his most like not vague obscure movie he's ever done? I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. And she was like, yeah, that one. And I was like, okay. And it's funny because like I get him obviously I don't look like him because I'm a lot younger than he is, but like I get that I look like him because I have this like his thin hair or like his facial structure or whatever. But like I've gotten people like the dude from 30 Rock, Kenneth the page. I've gotten
I see that.
Blonde.
I actually just googled a celebrity who I think you look like. Here, Pat, look at this. Don't let him say it. Do you agree with this?
I think he's actually told me a story about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've gotten.
Let's see if you name it. Don't look.
Okay.
Let's see if you name the guy.
I've gotten Adrian Brody. Obviously, Pat thinks I look like Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
I've gotten the dude from Glee. The wheelchair.
No.
Wheelchair. No, our buddy Dan, the avid listener, used to call Drew Glee. That's it. He refused to say Drew.
Good enough.
He's like, yo, what's up, Glee? That's it.
I have gotten. Oh, this is the one that was like the craziest. I actually got people stopping me on the street. Was there used to be a show on MTV called "I Want a Famous Face," and there was these twins who wanted to look like Brad Pitt.
Dude.
Yeah, these twins wanted to look like Brad Pitt, and apparently I looked like these twins. And like after the show had aired, obviously they don't look like Brad Pitt. They look like people who want to look like Brad Pitt. But after that, I mean my high school, like everyone in high school was telling me I look like that. Everyone, like if I went out of town, they'd be like, "Are you the guy from MTV?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not that guy." Like obviously I haven't gotten the nose job, and like I don't look like Brad Pitt. And so like. So that was like a main one that people would stop me for. But no, I don't know who. I'm out of people. I mean,
You're out
I'm
of
sure
people?
there's a lot of people that.
I said I thought you look. If I were to guess a celebrity would be getting called out on the street, it would be Dimitri Martin.
Yes.
You got him. You told me that before.
I've actually met Dimitri Martin.
Have you?
But yeah, no.
Was it like looking in a mirror?
It was like
got him.
If someone has an interesting nose, we probably I get called his because like Dimitri Martin has a large nose, I have a large nose, but like a lot of people say things like that, and it usually. They don't know why I look like them, but it's the nose. Like it's the nose.
It's for sure the nose.
Like Adrian Brody has a very distinct nose.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, and then a lot of people like, because like, people, I mean,
you make a good snowman.
Anybody with like a weird,
There you go.
I can't know.
Anybody with like
okay,
anybody with like
a little rude, but okay.
It's not rude.
Oh, that's
make a good
right there.
snowman.
Right there.
Oh,
No,
that's nice.
Right there. Oh,
We're periscoping.
There you go. There. Oh, stop. There you go. Anybody with like a little curved nose or whatever. That's
holy cow! Look at all the people watching us on Periscope.
That's solid. If you're not on Periscope watching us, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah,
right?
there's so many people watching us right
Anyway, before I used to get a lot of people.
Yeah. The main one
in
you get
public with other people around.
Tell them the main one you get right like now. You get the dude from Workaholics.
Dude.
Oh, sure, I see.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I get that guy.
What's his name?
My friends tell me that. They're like, you look like that fucking guy, like from Workaholics. I'm like, bitch, I've known you for 7 fucking years. That show hasn't been on that long. I look like me. He looks like me.
Right.
Not the other way around.
Right. Adam. What's his name?
I forget his name.
It's Bovine.
Divine. No, I think
Bovine.
it's Divine.
Divine?
Wait,
I think it's Bovine. Yeah.
His Instagram is different than his name, if that's what you're talking about.
Fuck it. I don't know. But anyway, that guy. The dude from Workaholics, yeah. The one that's also in...
yeah, Divine.
Adam Devine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
are all...
His Instagram is Bovine, though, so I know why that's...
Yeah. Also in Pitch Perfect. Love that shit.
Yeah,
you want to side by side?
Look, yeah, side by side. Wait.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
you really do.
Boy gets that all the time. Mainly probably mannerisms, because the dude's face gets pretty animated all the time.
He does. It's
and that guy, when my face was skinnier, I used to get a lot of other weird dudes, like other actor dudes.
You also get Patrick Stump, the dude from what's his face? What's the Fall Out Boy?
No, yeah, some fucker from Russia said that.
But it's also
hello, Mother Russia.
Yeah, Mother Russia loves us. Russia.
You should do an episode where you all just talk about Russian.
Dude, I totally thought you had a 40. I was like, what the fuck? How do you get some old E? Like, when did you go to the gas station?
For you listeners, while listening to the podcast, there's some off-screen activity happening.
A little bit.
You have to keep people involved with what's happening.
No.
The people know.
You don't know.
Paint a portrait.
You don't know. I got up and did some research yesterday during the thing.
It's nice.
Yeah, whatever.
So would you guys like to try some sparkling French berry lemonade?
I
don't know what this is, but I guess
pass. I'm gonna pass on the sparkling berry lemonade.
Oh no, I don't know. I haven't. We have like 7 minutes left.
Do you guys do breaking news on your podcast?
Actually, we used to. We did.
Did you?
Is there something that you want to talk about?
Well, I just got an email. And it makes me really excited.
Hold on. You're gonna get your third
all right.
cola.
Yeah, cola. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go another 10. Fuck it. And then
because we can.
Because I can do it.
What's iTunes gonna do?
We
can't do that.
This one. I want this one. The winter lager.
Oh,
he already had.
Bless
I think
you.
he had the other one. Yeah, I'll take that one. You want
but
to
yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, I do want to try it.
Yeah, he had the other. I think he had the other. What's the breaking news, Kyle?
Oh no! We gotta wait. We gotta wait for 1 second.
For breaking.
Oh, perfect. Pilsner. All love some
nice.
Pilsner. Thank you,
Nice.
Wayne.
Thank you.
All right. So our final topic of episode 7.
It's not that big of a story, but it's kind of exciting.
But it's gonna be our final topic.
Okay, fine.
Episode 7 of Quick Sixer Podcast. Kyle,
I just got an email.
make it real dramatic. Just get real
Sell it.
fucking dramatic. Yeah. Oh man.
In a world where Carl gets emails, one day, one man. Why are you singing Chariots of Fire over my dramatic?
Shit is dramatic.
No, that's not. No, a dramatic soundtrack is Requiem for a Dream.
Ah, dude, no, I can't even. It makes my whole mood go weird. I can't even fuck.
That's how dramatic Requiem for a Dream. Anyways, okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's just get into it. I just got an email. Mm-hmm. It's super exciting.
The electronic mail.
As people in this industry will know,
Yeah.
a few months ago, I submitted an application. For
porn?
No, not for porn. No, I have to turn them down like every other month.
Nice.
When you have a size 18 shoe, people just inquire about other things.
Let's just get real into it. Kyle's shoe size is
I could
over double.
I can fit both of my feet in one of his shoes.
Kyle's shoes like a goddamn boat.
But yes,
It's a. Let's get back to your dock. Like, were those dudes on boats? Were they in the Navy? Like, were they inside one of your shoes?
Fun fact. Fun
fact. They climbed in your shoe when you went and visited them.
When I was growing up, occasionally I would lose my shoes, and
how the fuck did you lose that?
No, this gets better.
Did a Rottweiler take it?
I'd be like, Dad, I lost my shoes, and he was like,
Dad, the clown down the street fucking stole my shit.
I would say, Dad, I lost my shoes, and his response was always, I don't know how you could lose something that's visible from space.
How you lose that Great Wall, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? I don't understand. Anyway, so the breaking news.
Yes, breaking.
Is that I just got an email 20 seconds ago saying that I guess it was more than that because we've been talking for at least a few minutes. I am the newest member of the Producers Guild of America.
PGA.
I'm PGA.
Congratulations.
I'm PGA.
Yeah.
I'm PGA.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
exciting.
3 5 for our dude.
Yep.
So if you guys don't know,
member.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know about PGA,
Should I read the email?
In a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you. There's probably a huge NDA at the end of that thing.
No, but you can read it.
Well, yeah, you can read it. But if you guys don't know what PGA is, when you go and you see a movie and it says P.G.A. next to somebody's name,
It is not the Golfer Association.
There's not a fucking golfer association.
They don't have a green blazer.
These dudes do not have time for golf. Okay.
They actually issue a puke yellow blazer.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Solid fucking gold.
Ooh.
Yeah.
True. Gold.
Is that true?
No.
Okay. I was like,
It's called
holy shit.
gold.
Really?
You didn't just make something up. Come on,
gold.
I saw fucking gold. Whatever. Let's hear more about it.
Should I read the first? The first sentence is just a generic sentence. I can read this. Should I read it in Old English?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right.
Do you know French?
I don't know.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Congratulations! We're happy to welcome you as an active member of the Producers Guild of America. Yes, you are now part of a prestigious community that has made it their mission to represent, protect, and promote the interests of the producing team.
Preach, brother!
Yes. Then it talks. Here's the part that yours truly is most excited
fucked
for.
Up. You went out of character.
No, but here's the part that I'm most excited for. It says, to receive your DVD screeners...
The screener?
Click here.
Click!
Oh, I'll be clicking.
Yeah,
Click
because DVD screener.
Actually, what do you think is going to be nominated?
Oh gosh, that's a whole other podcast.
So seriously, let's clarify this. You get the DVD screeners.
I get the DVD screeners of like the Oscar nom movies.
Oh really?
Yeah. Although not even the noms, but like the movies that they hope will be noms or whatever. So like like
they'll send them out. Rip of fucking movies. They get stolen in the mail all the time.
True.
So
you get to like vote on all this stuff.
Yeah. He's gonna get a ballot.
That's cool.
That's the thing.
That's awesome.
It's kind of
actually,
fun.
can we have group vote this? What's live group vote?
Oh, okay. What do we vote?
Actually, we're not going to tell them. You can't tell.
Well, Pat, what we should do? We should do a segment where Kyle comes in. And
that's what I'm saying. Like when we finally get a TV in this room, we'll watch them all one day.
We'll watch all the screens.
It'll just be disgusting. We won't even shower. We'll no brush teeth. We'll just watch them all
back to back.
Back to back to back.
Yep.
Back to back. Ooh, we love some drink on this podcast.
Yes.
Since we're talking about documentaries earlier.
Yes.
I have a documentary that's hopeful for Oscar. Called Best of Enemies.
Okay.
I worked on it for 5 years.
5 years.
I've heard of this.
It was the love child during Sundance. Like everyone loved it.
I feel like I heard of it.
It was a love child between me and Drew.
It was like everyone was all about it.
Hold on, like I need to like look up a poster of it now because I feel like I've like seen it.
It was the
Drew
debates
worked on
between
a long time. You worked at a documentary in the M.
Right? Wait, no, this is whoa. This is the one that it's about
Gore Vidal and William F. Buckley debates. Yeah,
I watched this on the plane.
Really?
Yes.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Hold on, the what is it called?
It wasn't on the plane. Like I downloaded it from iTunes or something.
Yeah.
And watched it. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Best of Enemies.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's all over iTunes right now.
Yeah, it is. It's all over.
It's like the headline on iTunes.
It was
you worked on that?
There was.
How do you tell me this?
I did.
I don't know if
actually,
it was.
me and you have talked about it for years. But
I'm trying to think of how I think it was that like iTunes had a thing where it was like either new documentaries or like 99-cent documentaries.
No, it wasn't even in the documentary. It was on the fucking movies page of iTunes
or whatever it was. Yeah, because it was somewhere where I saw it,
and I think it might be even exclusive right now.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
that's how I would have got it. It's so funny because
That's awesome.
I knew that sounded familiar. I was like, wait a second, I've definitely heard this.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
So you were working on it for 5 years now. Mm-hmm. Wow,
I totally forgot you worked on that shit.
There's a whole long story that will take a long.
Yeah, we'll have to talk off the podcast.
It'll be like a long podcast
we gotta
to explain all the shit that I did for it. But But yeah, I'm glad.
That's awesome.
It's awesome that something I touch is
getting out there.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Because there's a lot of publications about it that were saying like here are the documentary Oscar hopefuls and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, cool.
That's awesome, dude. That's very cool. Yeah, it was fantastic. That's so funny.
So at this time of recording,
yes,
we are looking at the iTunes homepage right now. It was on it yesterday.
I feel like it was up here. I think you're right. I
know it was on there yesterday.
Yeah,
I know it's new and noteworthy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
No, it's great.
Did you know this? Have you looked?
Mm-mm. No, there's a little bit of bad blood.
Man. Oh, there it is, right there.
So
there it is.
I told you.
Yeah.
All right, so time recording. Awesome. It is November 11th. It's Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day, all the veterans, all our homies that are done their thing with the, doing that all.
God bless you.
Yeah, I mean, all the homies. So, anyways, we have a lot of veteran friends, right?
Yeah, we do.
So,
it's true.
Everyone does. I think.
Everyone.
True. There's a bunch of people.
Everybody knows a veteran.
Everyone knows.
And you know what's interesting is after doing this documentary, like the one thing people say it all the time. You hear it all the time. Just stop and say thank you. You have no idea how much that means to people.
Yeah,
especially especially older dudes.
Oh my gosh, it means the world to them. So like honestly, everybody, leave this podcast and while you're feeling inspired for 10 minutes, make a phone call and listen to Grandma and Grandpa and tell them thank you and just it's awesome. That's what today is all about.
That is what
it's not about the fact that you're not getting mail. It's the fact that take some time.
It is. I mean, everyone has a veteran in their family at least, probably.
Guarantee you.
At this point, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get too far out of that, but this Best of Enemies thing, at the time of recording, November 11th, it's a Wednesday. You can find it on the new and noteworthy section of iTunes movies.
Right under Magic Mike.
Right under Magic Mike.
You worked hard to get there.
Right under Magic Mike. You want to be under Channing Tatum all day. Anyway, you
right off of that train.
You'd be a bottom.
For Channing, yeah.
For Channing, you'd be a bottom.
I'd be a bottom.
Anyway, so, yeah, right next to Entourage, Catty Corner to Paper Towns, which is actually really good.
It's on my list of movies I need
It's really good.
I just bought the new Apple TV.
I'm not gonna watch
did you?
Yeah. And
How do you like it?
I haven't even plugged it in yet.
I would have asked you to brought it over because I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited. That was my birthday gift to myself.
I love some birthday gifts to yourself.
Oh, it's the best.
That's my favorite thing about my birthday.
I never disappointed. I'll tell you that.
That's exactly. I'm like, damn.
Tell you
What
that.
I want for myself though.
Right.
And then I go and get it.
And then you go get it.
But
That's
this
right.
year made me know.
Ooh.
Damn.
That hit my tooth.
Why are you so faded? Anyway, so Best Enemies, go check it out. Go check out Kyle's thing. We're gonna try to wrap this up because we're getting kind of deep now.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
We're getting deep, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go 7.5 though. If you want to hear more about Kyle's awesome journey in the Midwest, about his.
And we're gonna give out free prizes to people that listen.
Yep, free prizes.
Yeah, for sure we are. Mm-hmm. Can't wait.
Oh, that can't even come up.
Maybe I'll tweet you or something. Anyway,
Didn't say they'd be good prizes.
yeah, that's a super good prize.
I'll give somebody $1. I mean,
No, I'm not giving you
Alright.
$1.
I will.
No,
I'll give $1.
that'll add up. Fuck that.
I'll double your deal.
I'll give one person $1.
You know what? I'll double it.
You'll give two
Kyle's
people
gonna double it, so you got to do that. You got to tune in.
You guys are.
Will you give one person $2 or you give two people $1?
Two people, $1.
All right, there we go.
Or one
Mailing
person,
address. You can hit us up at quicksixerpodcast@gmail.com if
get
you
your
want.
dollar.
Yeah, if you want your fucking $1. Which would be kind of funny actually if Kyle or Wayne do that.
Oh, we're having great fun.
Yeah, we're having good fun, right? You like this? It's
Yeah.
a pretty good time, right?
I'm pretty sure I chipped my tooth with this Coke.
Did you chip it?
Did you chip your tooth?
I got a front tooth there. You see it?
Oh, dude, you did.
Is that a little something that happened?
You chipped your fucking tooth on a Coke bottle.
Okay, look,
Are you kidding me?
everyone, someone has officially been injured during this podcast.
Holy shit, dude.
That's not that bad.
No, dude, you see this shit? He chipped the fucking bottom of it. Got a snaggle now.
I'll be damned.
Oh, damn.
So if there's a dentist listening,
Yeah, there's that listening.
Tweet me at hashtag Kyle needs a tooth fix.
Yeah, actually, let's just keep going. Drink Kyle, drink. Hashtag. So, Jesus.
That's so weird.
This is what
It felt weird.
Yeah, we're closing it out. Okay, cool.
we're hoping the best for Kyle.
So, yeah, hoping the best for Kyle.
As he gets his tooth fixed.
Our next live.
We hope you enjoyed this.
Will be from the dentist.
We've been getting some pretty cool feedback on iTunes and all those other stuff. We're on everything.
Yeah.
Go find us.
We want to see your ratings. We want to see your comments. We want to see what you want to hear. So hit up on iTunes. Give us a 5-star. Is it 5 or a 4?
The dude that has given us a rating that's visible, I think, is a 5.
All right. So give us a 5-star. Tell us what you like about the show. We'll do more of that, and then tweet us at me at Drew Pasley, DREWPASLAY.
And your boy Pat Artist at PAT_ARTUS. And you also get us at quicksixerpodcast@gmail.com if you want anything answered, talked about, whatever. Just shout out. We'll shout you out. Fuck it. And Kyle, where can we find you at?
At Hollywood Tin Man.
Hollywood Tin Man on basically everything, right?
On Twitter and Instagram, yeah.
Twitter and Instagram. Okay, and go check out your movie where? When?
LastSignalMovie.com. When and where to be determined yet, but yes.
TD.
LastSignalMovie.com.
Festivals and stuff. You gonna do
Yeah,
festivals
hopefully.
circuit?
Yeah, that's
All right.
a good
So
circuit.
festival. Wayne,
Yeah.
where can we find you at?
and you can find me on Twitter at TWH, and I'm also sleeping on Pat's couch from time to time. So
Cool.
I'll be around.
That's
So,
not true.
yeah.
He has his own room.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyways, tune in. Drew's probably going to dip out for 7.5, but we're going to go full in on Kyle's new documentary.
Woo!
What's it called again?
The Last Signal.
The Last Signal.
You forgot.
No, I wanted you to say it.
Oh.
The listeners didn't forget.
The listeners didn't forget, but I wanted you to say it. Anyway, so Last Signal, we're going to talk about it. 7.5. Tune in. Your boy. Bye.